everybody. So this is my, I guess I would say it's more larger scale virtual pinball machine that I put together. Technically it's not done, but I've kind of been going to start moving over onto my model train project. I kind of do that. I kind of bounce around through hobbies. So I just wanted to put together a quick video to show where we are and currently now with the progress of the virtual pinball machine. So right now I want to just show you a quick slideshow of the assembly process. Okay, so that's pretty much, for the most part, the assembly process. And now I'm just going to show you a quick demo of the system itself. So basically we have the main playfield display and we have a back glass display. This is what we call a two-display system. Right now my only controls is basically a keyboard still, and I plan on building a control panel. When I originally designed this system, I was going to use one of those X Arcade, but I kind of scrapped that idea. So basically I'm going to make my own control panel, and I'm going to mount it right up here in the front, and then my plan is to take the base here and mount it onto a stand. So this is actually not going to be a tabletop unit like it is now, because what I found as I was assembling this, it's actually too big for a tabletop unit. So I'm kind of switching gears a little bit, making it more of like a floor model unit. That's for another time. So basically I just, before I get into the actual demo of the unit, I just want to show you some of the features, I guess, of the cabinet. As you can see right here, we got this is for the USB for the keyboard and mouse, and I got right in there in the front panel, I got some USB ports right here in the front. I also have a fan system. Now there's two fans that basically keep the entire box cool. All the components and stuff inside the box. This actually, what this does is this blows in, so it's sucking air into the box. And if we go around to the very back, there's another fan that's right here on the back, and it's actually sucking air out. So that's keeping everything cool. Now you see right underneath the display here, we got basically 2 sets of speakers. This is pretty much the main sound of the unit. Now the way the display here, this here works, as you can see from this bracket that's underneath it, this bracket is designed so this display can actually lift up, and you've seen this in the slideshow where the display can actually lift up and actually turn and rotate and set right here in the front. The reason why I designed that is because I plan on using this system for more than just pinball. I was actually going to install some other emulators on it and sort of using it like a for multiple features besides just pinball, like play some Nintendo games and stuff like that. You notice on the side panels here that I got this smoked acrylic glass. My plan was, when I was designing this, was I was going to put some LED lighting in here. Well, that kind of fell through for multiple reasons. One reason I found out is, and I'll show you, try and get you to show you an image of all the stuff that's inside us. One of the things is there's a lot of crap shoved in here. So I actually, the box, the cabinet here, it's actually kind of tight. There's a lot of things shoved in there. The other problem I had was the LED lights that I bought from Amazon. Basically, I couldn't find an adapter that will allow me to cut the strip and assemble it together. So I just kind of scrapped the whole LED light idea. I still might put some sort of lighting in there because I think it kind of would add a little bit of coolness. Let me show you the back area here real quick. You got a little door here in the back, and that opens up. Then if you can see inside of this, you can see it's pretty crammed in there. What we have is a laptop that basically controls everything. We got my sound. We got some more fans on top of the laptop to keep it all cool. And we got a ton of wiring that's basically hooking everything together. But as you can see, everything is pretty well shoved in there kind of tight in this cabinet. And basically the only way to get in and out of the cabinet is basically through this back door panel. You got this little notch here, basically I have cut out to more or less allow me to open and close the door and not cramp on the power supply. In case you're wondering what this little doodaddy here on the back is, that's my Wi-Fi adapter for basically so I can connect it to Wi-Fi and basically connect it to the internet. Alright, so enough about the cabinet. So a little bit about the displays. They're not the best, most high quality displays. I've kind of said this before in one of my first videos, is that I just used stuff that I had laying around for the most part. So this was a TV that we had bought originally for our workout room, and as you can tell, we don't work out. So so basically it never really got used. This was, believe it or not, this is an old 19-inch display that I bought years ago. So so while the graphics aren't the best, if I ever decided to make a full-size cabinet, I probably would buy some displays and some components, and I'd really go to town. I decided with this one, because I'm fairly new to virtual pinball, I wanted to start off without spending a lot of money. Okay, so demo. So basically, as far as running the all the virtual pinball machines, I use Pinball X. It's a free program that you can download right off the internet. So you got some music. So basically, Pinball X, it runs pretty much this nice little interface where I load up all my games that I have basically installed. Some of the games are games that I have purchased through, like Pinball FX. Like this one is a Pinball FX. This is a Future Pinball. This is another Pinball FX. Future Pinball. This is Visual Pinball X. So I have a good mixture. Let me go back here to Creature of the Black Lagoon. So this is also Future Pinball. So I got a mixture of like some different options and stuff like that. Usually what I did is most of my tables are Pinball FX or Visual Pinball X. I actually got a lot that I still don't have loaded into the system. I have 187 tables, but I have a lot that I don't have loaded. And I can tell you right now, if you're starting out new, pretty much stick with Virtual Pinball X or Visual Pinball X because it's the best thing out there. Future Pinball, like this is a Future Pinball table. I'd actually kind of stay away from Future Pinball to tell you the truth. Visual Pinball X. This is a pretty cool one. This is Diablo. I'll go ahead and show you this one. So on the keyboard, basically you start the game, you're going to hit enter. And I got it set up to this here's center menu, and I hit play game. Now it's going to go ahead and load up the game. Give it a sec to load. There we go. This is Diablo. Now this particular is not a recreation of an actual existing pinball machine. What this is a person actually created this completely out of fresh and new. It's actually a very cool machine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fire this guy up. So first thing I need to do is start adding some quarters. I got that set to my key 5. Add a couple quarters so you can see I got some play. Now I'm going to hit one player. And then I'm going to launch the ball. And away we go. Now just so you know, in this video, I suck at this game, so I'll do the best I can. In case you're wondering, this is at least for me, this is a hard table. I suck at this table. But it gets you the general idea of how it works and so forth. So it actually works pretty good. Basically, once you're done playing a particular table, you just hit escape. And
clash across the fields of eternity.
And it goes right back to Pinball X, and then you can kind of choose another table. Got Diner, Doctor Strange. So basically I'll fire off one of the Pinball FX games. You fire it off just the same way as you would on the Visual Pinball X. This is the Pinball FX stuff. So as you can see, this actually has a little bit, I guess, more modern, cooler graphics. These are also not a recreation of an existing table. This is actually just a developed machine from Pinball FX. It's pretty cool. Launch the ball. Go ahead and start playing. I've actually never played this table. But you see, it's pretty cool. let the log go down good.
Where are the
So,
defenders when I need them?
now one thing you need to know about Pinball FX, this is basically a purchase product. It's for Windows, you get it through Steam. Also, you notice that this is being displayed with a full, what's called the cabinet mode. To unlock cabinet mode, you have to send an email to Pinball FX. So that's how you get the cabinet mode. Exit out that, and now I'm back into Pinball X. Now this is Diner, the game Diner. This is an actual recreation of a pinball machine that actually exists in real life. This is also another visual Pinball X table. This is a fairly popular table. Loaded. And there you go. That's loaded all up. And as you can see, it's the graphics and stuff with these tables is really nice. And Visual Pinball X is really a good representation of the actual pinball machine. The physics is outstanding, so that you have really realistic gameplay. You know, these use the existing ROMs of the actual pinball machine. So, I mean, it basically everything is almost exactly like playing the real machine. I'm not going to say it's the same as playing the real machine, because I have an actual real pinball machine. I got actually two, and I have them simulated on here, and while they're close, they're not exact, but it's actually pretty good. So I'm not going to play this, I'm just showing it to you. So basically, that is the system in a nutshell. To exit out of, once you get back here, you can exit out of Pinball X. You just hit escape on my keyboard. That's pretty much how I have it keyed. And you basically exit out and you're back to Windows, or you could have shut the system down. So that's pretty much it for this video. When I start getting ready to do more more improvements to this, like I said, I plan on building an actual control panel right up here in the front, and I'm going to actually mount this to a base, so it's actually a floor unit then. I'll create another video, follow-up video for that. I still have to create a video on this machine here. This is my mini my mini virtual machine, and as you can see, this has the actual more along the lines of some realistic pinball controls. And this was a royal pain in the butt to get assembled, as you can probably guess. And of course, it's not done yet either. I still have to put in the back glass cover here. But for the most part, it's functional. I have a few games loaded onto it, and it actually works fairly decent. So I still plan on making a video for this, but I haven't gotten around to that one yet. So that's it. Thanks for watching.